Hello and welcome to the very nearly finale of Bionic Dues. We are really close to the end here. So what's our last mission going to be? I think this is the last mission before the final battle. I assume it's just one battle. I actually don't know. I kind of hope they don't draw it out over multiple fights or something like that. There's not so many guys that this should be doable in one fight. Tough maybe, but doable. Anyway, final mission. Parts fab. Or reactor fab. Or a hostage rescue for old time's sake. Or a hacker. Yeah, but I've undone all my hacking boosts, so that's not a good idea. Let's do the reactor fab. Oh, that's interesting. Uh-huh. Of course, treadbots. Come on. This new extra range comes in pretty handy. Glad to have it. Oh, except for I forgot that I also nuked the number of shots. Okay, gotta be a little bit more careful with it, but with one shot, one kill, and there only being, well, hopefully less than 100 guys. I guess we'll find out, huh? What do we got over here? Tiger bots, bat bot, grenade launcher. It's gonna take two. Do one, two. All right, it's gonna take a little time. I sort of wish they had gotten rid of some of the enemy types, or the, like, let's call them malfunction types, towards the end of the game. You'd think, like, they would have worked out the propulsion systems a little bit better by the end of the game on their important bots, so that I no longer have to deal with these, like, meandering jackasses. Meandering Jackasses is the name of my my hipster folk band, let's say that. It might be a little too on the nose, actually. Okay. Let's throw a rocket down there. Easy enough. Do the cleanup. Nope, don't want that. Actually, this is looking pretty small. Unless that stretches over. I doubt that. A galaxy bot. I haven't seen one of those in a little while. And I don't see it anymore either. There we go. New weaponry is A-okay in my book. How did that happen? Me not being careful enough, I guess. At least I didn't die. Probably should save, though. I don't think my trap level's high enough anymore. Yep, 17, so it's going to get triggered. Okay. Always good to be aware of. That just means I'm going to check a rocket down there. And a plasma nuke down the other. Oops. What were you doing? What the hell is it shooting down there? Oh, there's probably more hallway. It's a thunderbot, so it doesn't like cover. It's nice that the splash carries over like that. Really? You're not dead? It's 74 health, you're just clinging to? Stealth charge. Give me a lot less boxes. A lot more recharges. I guess that probably makes sense. Unfortunately, it's all for stuff that usually I don't need at that current time. Is that the last? Ah, there's one more. Oh, and there's a thing up there. Alright. Don't walk in there just yet. All the way down here. It seems to be... Oh, right. That's why I didn't go down here. Because of the trap. Alright. I think that's the end of that. Not too bad. Bit of an adventure. Alright. Let's see. What have we got? Bunch of new reactors. Sensor range. Who cares? Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that. It would probably help some of my folks, especially with the area of effect shots, to see their targets a little better instead of just throwing them down blind hallways and almost getting caught in their own blasts. Ooh, that now takes the cake for the most power generated, I believe. Sensor range, regen. Regen's pretty handy. Shield stats. It's flat regen. 30% to all shield stats. So that's just a straight upgrade from that one. Though at this point, as I've now noted multiple times, the improvements in shields are handy, but it's pretty much non-essential, purely because almost everything can one-shot me. Certainly anything that I can't one-shot. Or I can't easily one-shot. Can one-shot me. Which is really what I have to worry about most. Okay, well, that doesn't seem to be all that handy. Let's see about the blue ones I picked up. Damage reduction. Power needed by parts in the same system. Not likely. It's interesting that these are all actual reactors and not like auxiliary reactors. How do you pronounce that? I feel like I've asked that same question in the same series. How do you pronounce that? Is it auxiliary or is it auxiliary? I think it should be auxiliary, but I think everybody says auxiliary. I'm trying to pull that apart, though. I'm pretty sure it's auxiliary. Propulsion related stats, shield related stats. That might be... Wasn't there one that was... Yeah, that'll do. But let's see. Does anybody else want it? I thought there was one that was already just doing shield. Huh. Huh. That's a better... I guess it's just the same thing, but rolled better. Shield-related stats, computer-related stats. I mean, it's a lot of the same thing at this point. The game at least seems to know what to prioritize, or what's it. Weirdly, that's almost indicative of a tier list, right? If it's like, oh, the thing everybody wants to roll is shield increase in shield stats, right? That's the most important thing. That's the most wanted thing. Which seems like, hey, we didn't balance this yet again. Well, it's not striking me that like any of these are a dramatic upgrade worth doing. Again, like power's not really an issue right now, and well, it's not a huge issue. I don't have a lot of things to put in those slots anyway, so, or a lot better to put in those slots, so I'll do that one because it doesn't hurt. But I think for everyone else, it's just like improvements are so minimal. If any, degradation and other things is just not worth it. And they're so similar. Okay, is it really just those? Probably doesn't help that I also I've purchased a couple of reactors in the last little bit here. Oh, hey, there's our final mission. Let's take a quick look at the store. Hacking points, no regen. I haven't even been looking at these, but honestly, I just don't see the need to. That's not bad. 421 max shields, 197 regen. I mean, if strength or if defensive stats were still really relevant, I'd take a look at that. But honestly, at this point, that's almost tempting to look at. But no, 500 max shields, 60% total power gen. Again, not really that relevant anymore. No. Oh, these are the same thing. Well, we're gonna make a save. And on the next and presumably final episode, we're gonna do our HQ defense. See you guys next time.